Today, Arabs and Muslims from around the world are celebrating something absolutely despicable: the kidnapping of a Jew in Abu Dhabi. Chabad is a sect of Orthodox Judaism that aspires to bring Jewish people closer to their faith, and for non-Jews a better understanding of Jewish faith and how we could work together to make the world a better place. This movement sends thousands of young Jews all over the world to help set up homes to accomplish the sole purpose of being a safe haven for Jewish people and friends of Jews. These are known as Chabad houses, and the people who run them are truly some of the most amazing, selfless people on planet Earth. They do this from the Congo to Brazil and from Hawaii to Abu Dhabi. And unfortunately, a nightmare is unfolding for the Chabad community of Abu Dhabi. An IRGC terror plot to kidnap and Tzvi Kogan, a Chabad member in Abu Dhabi, has been executed. Emirati sources are stating that the Islamic regime of Iran has targeted this Jewish civilian using 3 Uzbekistani citizens that kidnapped Tzvi and then fled to Turkey. This is textbook definition of Islamic colonial terrorism, meant to drive fear into the hearts of not Israelis, not Zionists, Jewish people. Not many of you know, but before I started advocating for Israel, I traveled around the world for 10 years. During that time, Chabad was my home. I traveled to well over 30 Chabad houses in 5 different continents. I spent time making videos with rabbis about their communities. I had the privilege of being a pseudo-rabbi during the pandemic, and even had the honor to being a driving force to setting up a new Chabad house in a remote location slightly before the war. Once the war started, I was basically living in a Chabad house. We spent the early days of the war strategizing on how to keep Jews in our community safe and planning for nightmare scenarios like what's happened to Tzvi. There was a real fear of being targeted anywhere in the world. So this strikes close to home. Too close. The Islamic regime of Iran is desperate and flailing. As a global community, we must call out the Islamic regime of Iran. We need to stand together and disavow these actions. We reject the notion of living in a world where Islamic colonialists from Central Asia get to hold entire countries in the Levant hostage, lead them into war, and then kidnap and civilians a la October 7th or now Abu Dhabi. And no, it's not all Arabs and Muslims that are celebrating, but God damn, it's enough of you where it feels disingenuous even making the distinction. Do better. Pray for Tzvi.